Hi guys, I've had quite a few messages just about how I make my spearheads that I use at my local LARP swordcraft. So I just thought I'd do a quick tutorial about how to assemble them and some of the features that I've added into mine just to make them a little more safe. So the first item that I use is a yoga, like a foam roller which I pick up at Kmart. I think they're $9 or $10, and this can actually be used to make two spearheads. You only actually need half of it. The next bit that I use is just a block of foam, which you can just pick up out the front of Clark Rubber for like $1. That's where I usually get them from. They just have a big bin. And yeah, I usually just pick out the best square sort of shaped ones that I use. The next, yeah, just a piece of PVC pipe. It should actually have an end cap on it. I just couldn't locate one just for this tutorial at the moment. And next is just a little MDF coaster, which you can pick up at Bunnings or Spotlight. This will just, yeah, I use this almost just like a safety cap on the end of the PVC pipe, just to stop it punching through if something catastrophic were to happen. And then it's just the two glues that I use. So just got this contact adhesive, which you can just pick up at Bunnings, which is a Sika brand, and also the Sika Flex, which is also, of course, Sika brand. They're the two glues that I use to put it all together. So the first thing I do is actually cut the foam roller in half. So it's 45 centimeters long. So yeah, it works out just under 23 centimeters. So I cut it in half, and then I actually cut 5 centimeters from the end again. So you end up with two pieces. I then just give them a quick sand, just make sure all the surfaces are smooth, and then I often just sand the end. I don't know, just a style that I like, but you don't have to. And then you've got to create the hole for the PVC pipe to go through. So the foam roll is actually soft enough that you can actually just sit there and twist it and push it through. And so yeah, you're just going to end up with the tube mounted on the head mounted on the tube, and then I just cut a small disc out of the top of it, and that's where the MDF coaster is going to go. So it just sits snugly in there, and it'll just hopefully stop the PVC pipe from pushing through if something were to happen. It's just like an extra safety feature that will just help protect the players that you're fighting against. So then I use the Sikaflex and quite generously apply to all the surface, and then glue that on. And then I usually just sit it outside just with a bit of weight on it. And that's sort of the first major part. It usually only takes me like 20 minutes to do all that. And then the final bit is just, yeah, the square foam roller that you use. I just shape it down using like a Stanley knife, and then usually just use a sander as well, just to get the final sort of smooth features, like just so it sits on top. And yeah, that's where I use quite a generous amount of the contact adhesive on both surfaces, and yeah, glue that on top. And that's pretty much the spearhead done. So yeah, as you can see, there's three sort of distinct layers to it, all joined together, and yeah, it's got quite a lot of support there, and I know that they're quite sort of wide, my spearheads. I've actually found, trying to make them a bit narrower, I just knocked this up. So I find if I stab somebody, it just doesn't have the support that a thinner sort of head would use. So yeah, I definitely recommend, although it's probably not the best looking spearhead, just being a bit wider, it just has a bit more support. It doesn't collapse as the narrower one does. And then just as an additional feature that I put onto mine is I created almost like a drawstring sock onto it, and that can then be in your warband colours. It just holds it all together. I've been using this spearhead now for a few years, and it's still going strong. It's still got all the support. Hasn't really had anywhere, the outside of it's just become a little bit faded, but it's still, going really strong. So hopefully that'll help you assemble your own spearheads. Thanks, guys.